That is GG's. Or not, because we're selling. We're dropping combos. We should not be dropping combos. You don't slide that salt on everything. You gotta sprinkle it in. You trying to make your food too salty because you're showing too much strike. He's not worried about throw. It's way too much strike. If you're doing too much strike, he ain't worried about throw. He's just gonna down back it. Oh, brother, you gotta chill on that, man. You did that last time. You got blown up for it last time. A lot of your opponents are gonna punish you when you try and do this. And depending on what character you're fighting, you're giving them either A, resources, or B, your health. Or both. Most likely both. Okay, so on today, we're doing a lovely Kim one. I did have some matches against Kim, and they were very depressing. So now we're gonna review some Kim. Okay. Unfortunate. Yeah. I don't blame you. It's RPS, right? And one thing that I want to know is the fact that regardless of the situation you find yourself in, a lot of fighting games are going to be RPS. I'm going to make a video on RPS soon, but RPS essentially stands for rock, paper, scissors. So there's an option here, right? The option is drive, rush, grab, drive, rush, button, or, you know, or you can do like, I don't know, drive, rush, yeah. Or anyways, it's the idea of that there are multiple options. And while multiple options have their counters to them, you want to be mindful of the fact that you're going to have to make a decision, right? In this decision, it was perfectly fine. The fact that you tried to go for a parry. But with that being said, he made the right decision in which he went for grab. Oh, he went for parry after being hit. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little bit disappointed the fact that we didn't hit confirm this. Even though we fell with a button, we just didn't have any idea as to what we wanted to follow up with, right? Wow, just jumped out of the situation. And although jumping out of that situation is particularly risky, it ended up getting him the round. Okay. So if you clicked on this video, I'm sure you need some help. Lord knows I did at some point. But here's the thing. You want your favorite content creators to come and help you. But let's be real. They're charging like $60 per hour. You don't need that. But when I got you good. Over on this channel, I do free coaching sessions on Tuesdays and on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. EST. So what does that look like? I essentially go over your matches. I give you tools so that you can succeed the next time you open up rank. So once again, join my Discord. Wait till I'm live either on Tuesdays or on Thursdays 6:30 p.m. EST. Be there or be square. And yeah, I'm not your favorite pro, but I'm available. Those pros are not available. So once again, join the live, get better, and I'll help you improve. Back to the video. Yeah, so one thing I want to know is that Just a Menace is particularly adept at cycling through options. And it makes it a little bit hard to deal with him on defense, right? Because a lot of the time you're going to be expecting drive rush. But with that being said, a lot of it is going to be guessing and mitigating what you need to do. Like here, okay, perfect. I was literally just about to say here you should drive reversal. So while I understand why you did it, it wasn't the best of choices, namely because even if you did successfully get this, you would be at tip range and they would try to backdash anyway, or try to level 3 you in order to steal the round away from you, right? And unfortunately, even though you have the meter, level 3 will kill you, and that's something that you're gonna have to keep in mind when you're trying to close out or make a comeback on these rounds, right? It is unfortunate that you did get hit here, but we got to be mindful that he has level 3 on the table, so we can't just like full send it at him. With that being said, let's move on to the next round. I do want to note that you should probably use drive reversal a little bit more just to get him off you, right? because we are characters. I mean, Manonkin and Kim players. We don't have the EX reversal to get out of situations, which means we probably gotta force our way out. You feel me? And that means drive reversal. That means cycling through a drive reversal, up forward. This is trying to perfect parry. These are our options when we don't have a DP in mind. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Now that we're in this second game, let's see how the adaptations flow. Oh, neutral jump. Yeah, you need to be super careful. You can't be committing this way, right? A lot of your opponents are going to punish you when you try and do this. And depending on what character you're fighting, you're giving them either A, resources, or B, your health. Or both. Most likely both. I'll push up on you. Yep. Nice, perfect parry. I would have really loved it if you put him in the corner. You need to put him in the corner. Because you need to be able to enforce a lot of pressure, right? You wanted to be able to enforce a lot of pressure here, and unfortunately, because you went this route, you were unable to do so, right? Because now you're mid-screen, and if you're mid-screen, you kind of don't get as good pressure as you would have in the corner. You feel me? It was a good perfect parry, but you just need to realize that where you are on screen and force them into situations where they're uncomfortable. Right now, you're forcing them to be uncomfortable and forcing them to block whatever you got going on. And it's hard. Okay. That is GG's. Or not, because we're selling. We're dropping combos. We should not be dropping combos. Oh, brother. You gotta chill on that, man. You did that last time. You got blown up for it last time, but we're not gonna default to this all the time. We sneak this. We sprinkle this in, okay? We don't put this on everything. You don't put... I was about to do that commercial. Anyways, you don't slide that salt on everything. You gotta sprinkle it in. You're trying to make your food too salty. Okay. Okay, here, okay, you've done this, like, let's look at this entire sequence. You didn't scare him with throw enough. Okay, you did it once, fair. You pulled up on him. You did it twice. Now it's time to grab him. Now it's time to grab him, okay? Why? Because you're showing too much strike. He's not worried about throw. It's way too much strike. If you're doing too much strike, he ain't worried about throw. He's just gonna down back it and wait for his turn and get out the situation. And yeah, that's particularly annoying. Yeah, you didn't mind your spaces here. This is a good hit, but here's the thing: off of hits like this, you gotta make sure that you're taking into account your ranges, because here was probably like one of your max ranges for it. So if you realize that it's a little bit further out than you normally do it in order to catch a button on counter hit, then you have to change up your route, right? Because this is unfortunate, and then you getting hit for this is even more unfortunate. Nice. This is really good for you, actually. Because the reason why I say it's really good, and I don't know why Kim mains, let me play this out. I don't know why Kim mains don't do this a little bit more often, is that just spend the level 3 the moment you get it. Because let's say the round goes south, okay? By then you've already built one, either like 3/4 of a bar, 1 bar, or 1.5. And then you have 1 to go into the next round, right? And you could possibly even build another one by the end of the 3rd round, right? And then on top of which, you got the damage buff, you got the speed buff, and you're chilling. Here you should have optimized, bro. So here, either A, you're doing a cheeky reset into DI, or B, you're just killing here. There shouldn't be a reason why you're not spending everything, right? Even then, this is GG's. Yeah, this is GG's. Wow! Brother has mad luck. I'm not gonna lie. The brother has mad luck. But we gotta be a little bit more careful with those DIs, yeah? I get reason why you did it, and it's fine, but if your opponent is like afraid of DI, they're gonna hold up, and if they hold up at the right time, you end up getting hit and losing damage. Okay, we're in this last round. Nice hit. Unfortunately, you tried to shimmy them, but again, you need to do a little bit more throw for them to be a little bit more afraid of it, right? If you notice that your opponent is not really like reacting to your shimmies, then that's your point in time where you can really start throwing them hard body until they start reacting to it, right? I told you about that slide. That slide is gonna be your end. Unfortunate on the unfortunate on the first miss. But what I say is that if you missed it the first time, don't try to force it the second time, because if you try and force it, you're more likely to mess up and they're more likely to react to it. Okay, running the offense. Ooh, and we're ready for the confirm. Nice. Nice. Hit him. Bomb. Oh, okay. No more bomb. Yeah, we gotta be careful with our usage here. I'd much rather, if you're gonna try and check them, I would try and use your crouching medium kick just to check the space, or your crouching medium punch if you're trying to get a confirm off of it, right? But you doing slide there is super risky, man. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you see, you're DIing a little bit too often. It's okay to sprinkle it in your offense, but the thing is that now you're kind of defaulting into a little bit too much, and it's leaving you exposed. And now you're in feng shui. Luckily, you do have meter to work with, so you might want to try and drive reversal there. What did you try and do? Yeah. Oh, you tried a super. Even if you tried a super here, it's a safe jump, so you would have it wouldn't have worked anyway. Just something to keep in mind. Yeah. So your best bet there when it comes to those feng shui situations is try and find a decent area where you can essentially push them off of you using drive reversal. Once you've done that, then you can essentially reset the neutral so that they can't just bum rush you, and then your best bet from there is try and catch their buttons, because if you don't try to catch out their buttons from there, they're just going to drive rush in once again, and then they're going to run their offense, and it's GG's from there, right? With that being said, thank you again for the replay. Any questions?